Welcome back to Persona 3. Last time we finished off just about every Elizabeth request that we could at this point, including reaching the next barrier in Tartarus. So as far as we can progress before the next full moon. That's basically all I wanted to do here, so time to return to the dorm. Now, tomorrow there's going to be a very major plot cutscene, but thankfully the actual social link tomorrow, and in fact on Sunday, are going to be a total breather. So really, there's not going to be that much. In fact, it occurs to you that you have plans to get horribly murdered tonight. Anyway, I might be doing something a little interesting for this part, though. It involves Monday, which is going to be the full moon day, but I'll talk about it once we get there. Oh no, we have not forgot about today. We haven't forgot about how we're gonna get beaten up today. Badly. Yeah, this is... I mean, I can understand trying to disprove the ghost story, but this is going a little bit too far. But today what we're going to be doing is, we're going to be seeing Chihiro. However, we're not actually going to be able to rank up the link today, so it's just going to be a spend time conversation. Remember though that even for spend time conversations, you need to make sure you have a matching persona equipped. You normally get 10 points, but you get 15 for a matching persona, and that is necessary to follow the guide. So we just get a generic conversation in the library. And so next time we see her, it'll rank up. So like I said, today's social link is a total breather. Nothing much to talk about there. But now, it's time for this.
Alright, let's get going.
So, Junpei already had his plot-mandated stupidity moment in the last full moon operation. It's time for Yukari's one. On the plus side, this conversation here contains my favourite Junpei line in the entire game, at least from a comedic standpoint.
What's your hurry? I still think this is a bad idea. How could you be afraid of ghosts, but not be scared of this?
I kind of identify with Junpei a lot in this scene. I'm the kind of person who tends to get more scared by things that could happen in real life than fantastical things. It's actually part of why I find Persona 4 to be a much darker and scarier game than this one.
It's easy to get freaked out by something you can't see, don't you think?
And my favorite Junpei line is coming up. 3, 2, 1.
Actually, I'm more worried about things I can see, like bats and knives.
I love the way he delivers that line. The delivery on that is so good. I just love it.
Big deal. So it's a little dangerous.
Oh, also, that line's really ironic because, yeah, I equipped him with the spiked bat recently, so, he's the one using bats and kind of knives as well.
Come on, it'll be an adventure.
Yeah, an adventure where we get beaten up by thugs. That doesn't sound fun. I would rather go to Tartarus than do this, and that's saying something.
More like a suicide mission.
See, Junpei is kind of the only sane one of the party sometimes. So, here we are.
The hell?
And this is already going badly.
Check out those rags. They're from Gecko High. Oh man, this is worse than I thought.
I just realized, since this is after school, they actually had no reason to be wearing their school uniforms here and get recognized so easily. I guess it's just, model limitations.
Hey you, I think you're in the wrong place.
You know, I think we are too. Can we leave?
Well,
Silent laughing model. Looks very weird.
You don't belong here, get it?
Yes, yes, we get it. Trust me. And also, Yukari ran behind Gary's too. Shipping.
Beat it, goatee.
Goatee? Oh, you mean me?
The Junpei could have prepared a response to this a little bit better.
We don't need your permission to be here.
For all the stupidity in Yukari actually coming up with a plan to come here, I do respect her for at least being a little more confident in her responses and, actually standing up to these people. Though in this case, standing up to them is probably a bad idea, but still.
Hey, are you nuts?
Yeah, Junpei sees the same thing I do.
Take a look around you.
I'm not blind, you know. Come on, don't be intimidated by these scum.
Oh yeah, calling them scum to their face is a really good idea.
What was that?
She just called us scum.
Let's get him. Who cares where they're from?
We'll post some pictures that'll make her daddy cry.
And that's even harsher because, as we learned much earlier, Yukari's father passed away.
She'll wish
Ouch.
she was never born.
Also, I find these tough chicks kind of interesting because, the character Rise in Persona 4 was this close to actually being like that. Her beta design was like a tough street thug who used a chain as her weapon.
Oh, that's so clever.
No, it's really not.
These guys are the worst.
Yeah, we know that, but, yeah, we all knew that, and we still came here anyway. That was not a good move.
You ought to learn to shut that trap of yours.
Hey, Junpei wasn't actually the one talking, man.
Man, I feel sorry for you, goatee. This bitch is a pain in the ass. Huh?
So, but that's really, really uncalled for. Punch him for that, please. I didn't mean punch Junpei.
Junpei!
So this is going about as well as we predicted?
Hey, pretty boy, I don't like your face either.
Although, you're gonna regret messing with Gary
Got anything
Stu.
to say before I beat it to a bloody pulp? That's enough.
Well, thankfully Gary Stu didn't have to say anything, because, I get the feeling that what he did say would make everyone here traumatized for life. Wait a minute.
They didn't know what they were getting into. I'll make sure they leave.
Like the caption said, we know this guy's voice and we've seen him from the other day.
All right?
Who do you think you are, dumbass?
Like I said with Gary Stu, this doesn't look like the kind of guy you should be picking on.
You want some too?
Do I have a choice?
That's it, you're going down!
And I can't take this line seriously anymore because I heard it used in a, sort of statement remix video. Yeah. Bit hard to explain if you haven't seen that one.
Ugh, shit!
Wait, did he just headbutt that guy? I didn't notice that when I first watched this scene. That is pretty amazing.
Damn you, Shinjiro.
Well, at least we have a name for him now.
That's right. You're from Gecko High too, aren't you?
And that he goes to our high school.
I thought you were one of us.
What gave you that idea? I don't remember swearing a blood oath.
You son of a bitch! You just crossed the line. You think you're going home alive?
Yes, he does. I think you should be more concerned about yourself here.
Sure do.
This guy's awesome, though I find it weird the subtitles give his last name when we haven't heard that yet.
Want to give it a try?
Screw this!
What a loser!
You better grow eyes in the back of your head.
And they all run away. Well, good thing he showed up.
Oh man, Senpai, that was awesome!
Though, I think you should be careful when talking to him too.
You idiots! Get out of here. This place isn't for you.
He has the right idea.
Wait! We came here for a reason.
You guys, you were at the hospital. Did Aki tell you to come here?
He does seem to know Akihiko. But he wasn't behind us coming here.
What do you want to know? About that ghost story?
But hey, we might actually get something out of this after all.
Yeah. How'd you know?
It's a rumor. Those girls who wound up in the hospital were here talking shit every night.
Well, Yukari figured that out on her own.
About all the things they'd done to some girl named Fuka.
Oh, now everything's finally falling into place.
Fuka? You mean Fuka Yamagishi from 2E? They were picking on her?
The bullies, the girl that we're talking about picking on, Fuka Yamagishi, we've heard that name before. Everything's starting to make sense.
That's why people are saying it's Fuka's spirit that did it.
Oh no.
I hear it's all over the net, too.
Oh, well, of course it's all over the net, so my social media comment from earlier was actually accurate.
Fuka's spirit? Wait, what do you mean by that?
You guys don't know? This Fuka girl might be dead.
Oh no, that's even worse than we expected.
She hasn't been home in over a week. Don't you guys go to school? How do you not know this?
It was a little suspicious that we've never seen her around the school.
Are you serious? I thought she was out sick.
Well, I mean, people getting sick for a whole week is not unheard of, but...
But she's missing?
So much for the ghost story.
I thought you'd be relieved to hear there was no ghost story.
Mr. Ikoda is the homeroom teacher for 2E, right? Does he know about this?
Mr. Ikoda, wait a minute. There was a Mr. E in Maya's social link that she called a complete SOB. Wonder if that has anything to do with it.
I get it, Aki. Still trying to make up for the past.
Once again, we get another cryptic comment from someone that won't make sense until much later on.
It's you who can't let go. Nothing. That's all I know. Satisfied?
Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you've been on this channel and watched some of my earlier things, you'll recognize this guy's voice from Toya in Lost Dimension. Grant George.
Yeah, thanks, Senpai. Come on, show some appreciation.
He did pretty much save our lives.
Thanks, you totally helped us out.
And gave us some good
You're
information.
very kind.
Huh?
Although I think he's the kind of person who doesn't like being called kind.
Never mind.
Don't come here again.
Well, we're definitely not coming again. But that actually did work for us, as stupid as it sounded. I think we now know enough to piece together most of what's going on here. But yeah, that was pretty bad. Yep, we're not going there again. Actually, we do have to much later on for some side quests, but we're not gonna think about that just yet. I forget what the exchange rate was last time. Looks like I think it was like 120, so it has gone down. At least the fictional exchange rate here. Yeah, that was bad. But do you have any idea why Shinjiro was there? He seemed to know you. Guy looking scary, but is actually really nice. Reminds me of, well, actually quite a lot of characters. It's a common archetype. But the interesting thing about that is that Shinjiro's last name, Aragaki, is written for the characters. The first one is rough or rude, and the second is wall. That's significant. And I don't think we're going to Tartarus tonight. We've already done everything we can there. And we're definitely at the right level to do the next full moon boss. Yeah, this is much more serious than we thought originally. We still have interactivity this evening, though. So, time to go out and increase our charm. That person with apathy syndrome over near the dorm just still creeps me out, though. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think it gets even creepier in the movies, where I think the first movie starts with someone with apathy syndrome just casually walking in front of an oncoming train. And nobody really seems to care, so yeah, it's really, really serious. Oh, also, have I shown this before? I might have. Yeah, originally I thought it was because they were closed on Saturdays. Actually, the only reason why you can't go to karaoke on Saturdays is because they're too busy. And he says weekends are always like this, but it's fine on Sundays. But now we actually have something else to do on Saturdays, and that is drink coffee and get more hyped up. Oh hey, I think our charm just went up. I accidentally mashed through that, but I think it went up to confident, if I looked at it closely enough. I think it said confident. No, wait, I don't know if it said confident. I'll have to check when we get to the next day. And we're still getting bombarded with phone calls. It's Bebe this time. Sorry, we're kind of busy doing actually nothing, but mostly because we have plans tomorrow. And those plans are doing something new that we haven't actually seen before. It's a mechanic that we need for the Max Social Links run that we haven't done yet. I did allude to it in the tour of the city that I gave towards the beginning, though. Something that's changed a lot in FES compared to the original version of Persona 3. On the one hand, it makes some social link schedules easier, but on the other hand, it does have one annoying side effect that it didn't have before. Only one day until the full moon. If you want to get the benefits of being able to grind freely, as in not going back to the dorm when getting tired, you want to go to Tartarus tonight. But we're not actually going to do that. I want to check out the TV, though. Let's see what Tanaka's selling today. Perfume. So this is one of the present items that you can give to girls on dates. There's only one point in this playthrough where you actually need a present, but I'm going to buy this anyway because it's good to have as an insurance. Different girls have different presents that they like the most. Perfume is the favourite of one of the girls in particular who we're not going to be able to date for quite a while. Also, we're actually not going to be seeing the Hermit Link today, as weird as that sounds. So yeah, I'll mention which presents which girl likes the most when we get to them. I will point out that off the top of my head, I can say that Chihiro likes the bookmark you can get from the school. Oh, also, I don't know if this is the first time we're seeing casual summer outfits. I think it might be. So yeah, fists are good for speed, but they are a little weaker and they are short-ranged. I tend to like them as well as rapiers when it comes to getting preemptives. She's saying the same thing, but I do like Mitsuru's casual outfit. Looks pretty nice. And once again, on the next episode of Phoenix Ranger for the Manor. Episode 16, Confusion in the Presses? A photo of food is not the real thing. Featherhawk! Okay then, that sounds even weirder than any of the earlier episodes. Right then. Have the Phoenix Rangers ever done any fighting in that show yet? It seems to be all completely mundane things. Then again, it might be like the Naruto anime, and they might have been forced to go into like a whole year of filler episodes. Actually, those sound like the kind of typical things you'd see in a filler episode. Those Sentai shows don't really have a manga to follow, but I guess they'd still do filler occasionally, maybe? I don't know. And actually, we need to go to the shrine today for what we're normally doing, but here at the shrine, there's something that we haven't seen before. Yukari and Junpei are hanging out here, and I don't know if she did talk about this guy earlier, but this is Ken. He's a boy who sometimes hangs out at the shrine. And I guess we are friends, yeah. Everyone seems to get the same idea. Yeah, we can't tell the exact reason. Just that we have a good reason for doing that. You have the option to be a jerk and say Ken's more mature, but Junpei can be surprisingly mature sometimes. We talk to Ken, though. They often give him advice. Advice about what exactly? This will all naturally become important later, but for now what we need to do is go to to this thing. This is the relationship fortune. Now, the relationship fortune itself, I think, is new to this game. You can picture someone tied to a social link, and you'll get a relationship bonus. This is useful to get points towards a social link that you can't actually see on a particular day. So, for example, we can't see Yuko today, but we're gonna actually get points towards her by getting a relationship fortune with her here. But, so, this also says that if your bond's been reversed, which you will never see in this run if you follow the guide perfectly, because we just avoid that completely, if there's a reverse bond, it may be mended. It will always be if it's just a normal friend social link, but if you're in a romance with someone, it will not be mended. You have to patch that up yourself the hard way. And here's the big change when it comes to FES though. This takes up time. So, we really only use this as a last resort when we have nothing else we really need to do with the day. In the original Persona 3, time didn't pass when you did anything at the shrine, so you could go here to pray for an increase in academics every day. We don't do that anymore, but I don't think the relationship fortune existed in the vanilla Persona 3 as well. Anyway, we can recall how it works anytime we want. So to draw one, it categorizes these by male, female classmates, and people outside of school. Let's go to female classmate, and we only have 2 here. We need to select Yuko today. Now, even though this is a points increase that comes outside of actually meeting them, make sure that you have a matching persona equipped. So in this case, we need to make sure that we have Valkyrie equipped. Well, not equipped, just in our inventory. If you don't, you can go to the Velvet Room now and get it. But make sure you have a strength persona here, because every single action you do that gets you points with a social link, you need to have a matching persona past that particular point where you do. So for Yuko, it's past rank 4. The reason why I'm going on about this is because I once screwed this up and didn't have a Chariot persona when I did a thing later where you see a movie with Kaz, and I didn't realize it was that important, but you need a matching persona for everything, not just meeting them. So make sure you remember that. And don't worry about this. This is always the same, unless you have a reverse relationship. So it's not random number of points you receive. It's always 10, and I think that would be 15 with a matching persona. But this is also, this is the part that's random. So you also get this, and depending on what the result of the luck thing is, you might get bonuses or penalties. Fair luck. Money may also be in your future. 1,000 yen, nice, okay. So you can find free money there. If you get the worst luck slip, you automatically become tired. That's one of the rare ways to become tired.
Oh, hey!
Outside of studying or Tartarus. But at this point we don't need to be tired, so it's fine. Now, something that I want to point out, pretty much everyone is saying the same things they used to, but if you talk to Junpei now, for some really weird reason, Junpei's facial expression, like portraits, are totally different in his casual summer clothes. Like, for example, look at this. That's really different to the expression he had before, so, yeah, for some reason Yukari has... Not Yukari, that's weird. Junpei has a totally redrawn set of portraits for his casual summer clothes. Now, something else important that I need to point out now, You want to save now. This is the last opportunity you have to save before tomorrow's full moon. So, yeah, bear that in mind. And speaking of tomorrow's full moon, it's gonna be handled a little interestingly. Last time we had a full moon, it was just a complete straight-up full moon plot day where nothing else happened. We didn't need to worry about social links. It was all just the plot event. Not the case now. Because this next full moon falls on a Monday, we actually do have a social link that we do that day, and we still have to do the full moon the same day. This gets annoying because if you game over during the full moon, you have to go through that social link again. I know it's frustrating, but that's the main reason why full moon events are generally easier than normal Tartarus bosses. So you have less frustrations over that. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to handle this a little interestingly. I'm actually going to, after this evening, cut to the social link portion of tomorrow, but only that portion. It happens in between two voice cutscenes, and I really want to keep all the cutscenes for the full moon plot event in the same video. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut the social link part out of that day and splice it into this part, just to keep the social link and the full moon boss fight as separate videos, so that people who are watching this for the social link guide versus people who are watching it for the battle guide, if you're watching it for just one of those separately, you can easily find the video that you need. That's how I'm going to handle this. For now though, yeah, definitely saving here, because you really want to. Last chance to save before the full moon, I'll warn you again. While I'm going about the usual nightly routine, I may as well talk about tomorrow's full moon. In terms of what attacks you'll be facing, you'll just want to make sure you avoid weaknesses to physical attacks or wind. Apart from that, what personas you use doesn't matter all that much. You don't need any kind of specific elemental attacks, just a wide variety of different magical and physical elements will be useful. And lastly, you want to make sure that you bring at least one persona that knows Dia, preferably one that functions quite well as a healer. I won't spoil anything, but there's a reason for that. So, we're going to study. I don't think it's possible to get tired before a full moon day. You automatically go to good condition on those days. And very soon, I'll be... Oh, okay. I guess we're about to find out. Very soon, I'm going to be cutting away to the social link, though. So, there'll be a cut here. Alright, so here we are cutting randomly into the school. You'll no doubt be wondering why we're here. This will all be obvious to you when you watch the next video. But for now... And, yeah, I've already talked to you. For now, we need to do the Chariot social link. So, this is the time that you actually have a social link as usual on a full moon. This doesn't always happen, but the times it does are really annoying, because if you fail in the full moon operation, you have to reload your save and do this social link again. And first time we've got a different Chariot Arcana persona for this. We're using Zorchoten for this instead of Aramitama. Something seems wrong with Kaz. He's not here today either. Everyone's thinking he's ditching practice, and he doesn't want them to know the truth. It's gonna have to come out sometime. All the way to Rotordai Station this time. Well, because it's clearly something serious, that's why we came quickly. Finally the results. Now that's even worse than I thought. Though that was something I expected. And as unhealthy as this sounds, this is the option that pleases him the most. But why is he so determined to keep playing on even though he might never be able to walk again? We're about to find out. Is it that important is the option you say here? I think this is the first time we're hearing this music. This is why he keeps going even at the cost of his own knee. And this is the best option to say here. I think you really need to talk to someone else. Especially Yuko. She'd probably be mad that he was hiding it this long, but she might understand if he opened up to her. Oh, great, the music's gone. It was just about to get into a remix of the actual main theme of the game. Definitely won't be the last time we're hearing that song, though. We're past the halfway point. Chariot's now level 6. Well, at least he's going to talk to her about it. But we're not going to be back at the dorm for very long. It's immediately going to be the full moon, so cutting here.